Kyle Schwarber, Hugh, his 300th career home run, number 16 on this season, and that one was a blast last night.
Yeah, price of the brick keep going up. Every time that cat hit a home run, it's 16 on the season.
That's 16.
16 on, yeah, the 300th. His 300th home run, yeah. Price of the brick going up.
Well, it is. It continues to go up. Let's hear Schwarber last night. Some MVP chants for Schwarber out in Colorado last night.
Probably one of the best things was you reaching 300 career home runs. I know this is about the team, but congratulations on that. I mean, and to do it the way you would do it, hitting it 466 feet.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it's it's a cool accomplishment. It really is, and it's fun to wish could have done it at home, but we got a nice little home crowd here right here.
Yeah.
How about that? Kyle Schwarber getting MVP chance. I mean, that doesn't happen around here very often for anyone but Bryce Harper, but Schwarber has earned them the way he's hit so far this season. 16 home runs, as Hugh has mentioned. And then Schwarber, after the game, kind of just taking stock of where he is and where he's going in his career.
They asked me, what would 12-year-old Kyle think if he would hit 300 homers? I would have said probably not, right? But, I've always loved the game, and, I didn't know what it would hold, but it's been really gracious to me, and been around a lot of really good people, and a lot of people that have helped me out be the player that I am right now, and hopefully a lot more of the player that's going to be coming here in the future.
Well, that future's still very bright. I mean, Hugh, you could now kind of see a path for him where he ends up with 500 career home runs. I mean, he's averaging 40-plus homers a year since he got here. He might hit 50 this year.
Yeah.
He's been incredible. And, Hugh, I know Bryce Harper's gotten hot right now, and we're going to check in with Kyle's hair, which is about to be buzzed off. But so far this season, even with this hot streak from Bryce Harper, who has picked it up over the last week or so, I'm ready to say that over the last year, something has changed here. And it used to be, we just said it without even thinking, the best hitter on the Phillies was Bryce Harper. The best hitter on the Phillies for me now, and it's been this way for a year, is Kyle Schwarber. He's the best hitter on the Phillies now.
Yeah. And I said this about a week ago. We were talking about it. Remember when I said something about there was been a power shift, and that's probably Bryce is probably dealing with that because he's always been the focal point of this team. When I turn on the television now, and I know it's because of the situation that he's in, the fact that he's up for a contract and everything like that, but he's hitting well, and he is the leader of this team. That's why every home run that he hits and moving forward, and the more MVP chance that he gets moving forward, if you don't hurry up and sign that man, it's going to be hard for them to try to sign him. If you don't sign him now, when he hits free agency, it's going to be almost impossible to sign him.
I agree. I think it just gets harder every day. I mean, and I think now we're at the point where he's very likely to get to free agency. 215-592-9494. By the way, Phillies now back in first place. Mets lose again last night in Boston. We kind of felt this coming about a week ago. The Mets schedule got real hard all of a sudden. Yankees, Red Sox, they play the Dodgers this weekend. The Phillies when the Phillies come back home next week, they should be in first place. They're in first place now. They should hold that. They get to play the Rockies and the A's. Meanwhile, the Mets are going through it. Soto's not running out anything anymore.
He ain't happy.
They are flipping out up in New York. So it's an opportunity for the Phillies to stack wins
here. What did he
here.
get, like $800 million?
About that, yeah, close to it.
How he not happy?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what he's going through, but he's not running the ball out when he hits it. They're not happy with him.
I would be so happy whenever day they get paid. I would just be so happy.
But would you mail it in is the question.
No, I definitely wouldn't mail it in.
Yeah, you would.
No, I wouldn't. Because I got $800 million to make it right.
I mean, what are we paying for?
Guaranteed $800 million.
Well, what happened in Jacksonville?
I was banged up. I was banged up.
Well, that's for sure. All right, 215-592-9494. Best hitter on the Phillies right now is Schwarber or Harper? Kyle?
It's Bryce Harper. It is. No, Schwarber's having a better season. Fine, sure. Schwarber's also having a better season than Juan Soto, isn't he? Is Schwarber a better hitter than Juan Soto?
No.
He's a better hitter right now.
I mean, look.
But the gap between Harper and Schwarber is pretty big.
It's not that crazy. Harper has a better batting average than him this year, with him being as bad as he was.
Yeah.
His on-base percentage, pretty close, actually. I think Schwarber's 389, Harper's 376.
Okay.
And Harper's pretty much sucked this year. And it's still that close. Now, Schwarber has a big OPS because he's depositing the ball in the seats every chance he gets.
That's right.
Right. But, Harper, it's still, first of all, it's still early on in the season. and Harper has plenty of time to get going. I think he will get going. He looks like he's starting to get going, at least in terms of making contact with the ball.
Okay.
I think we're going to see the turn, and Harper is still going to end the season probably as a better, he might not have the home run totals that Schwarber does, but he never really has. He's not a huge home run hitter the way that Kyle Schwarber is. Schwarber's doing what he's best at right now. Harper will round out into the all-around better hitter, I think, by the end of the season.
So if you go back to the start of last year, because that's when I think it started to switch. I think Schwarber leveled up last year. Harper really didn't level down last year. He just was Bryce Harper. Obviously, Harper's not had a great season so far. Schwarber is. Since the start of last year, their numbers are pretty close. Like their OPS is almost identical, but the Schwarber does have 17 more home runs.
Yeah. 17, but we knew that when we signed Schwarber that he was going to be the biggest home run hitter on the team.
I know, but the gap's pretty big.
It's sure, but like Schwarber's going crazy right now.
Yep.
Like, and look, I'm not trying to diminish Schwarber.
I thought you were a Schwarber guy.
No. I am.
I think you're just trying to justify shaving your head and your mustache.
I'm just not getting ahead of myself here. Like Harper's still overall a better player.
So we're hyperbole. Basically, that's what you're trying to say.
I think it's just a little.
I think it's been going on for over a year.
Maybe, but Harper was a 285.
I mean, I give you
average last year.
Prisoner of the moment. I give you
like
that.
a 240 hitter.
I give you that. I give you prisoner of the moment because right now, as of today, he's a better hitter.
All right, since the start of last season, OBP 374 Harper, 371 Schwarber. Slugging even, home runs Schwarber. It's pretty darn close. Runs batted in Schwarber, and Schwarber did a lot of that out of the leadoff spot.
Right,
obviously.
but Harper's going to hit for more average. Like Harper's a more well-rounded hitter.
Yeah.
If you ask me who would I like, if I want one person at bat on this team right now tonight, and we need a home run or a big hit, it's Kyle Schwarber.
Well, yeah.
But that doesn't mean that necessarily Schwarber is a better hitter or a better offensive player than Bryce Harper. I think that's pushing it a little bit.
I don't know. 215-592-94.9. If you can weigh in on this as well. Has Kyle Schwarber surpassed Bryce Harper? Is he now the Phillies' best hitter? I mean, I'll just put it this way. For the rest of the season, you tell me there's a big moment, and I know that Bryce Harper's had huge moments as a Philly. Obviously, what he did in the postseason in 2022 and getting them to the World Series. You tell me there's one at bat. I want the bat in Schwarber's hands, Hugh. I feel like he's been their best offensive player for a long time.
You're looking at it, I guess, the same way I'm looking at it. Consistency.
Yep.
It just looks like he's been a steady wave.
He hits lefties, he hits righties.
Yeah, he's just been steady.
Yep.
Bryce, to Kyle's point, he's a better player, no question about that. And
he plays the field, so he's more value. I get that.
Yeah, all of that. But right now, if I had one at bat and I had to, you never know what's going to happen. But if I had to, put my stake on one individual, it would be Schwarber.
What's interesting, so I looked this morning on FanDuel, the MVP odds. They have the same MVP odds, 80-1 each. I mean, I think there's some value on Kyle Schwarber.
As bad as Harper's been.
I know. Well, part of it.
I might go ahead and bet that.
Yeah, part of it is Schwarber's a DH, so he's going to have to hit a lot to actually win the award because he's going up against all the other guys.
Wins as a DH.
I know, but he hit 50 home runs and stole 50 bases. It's hard to win as a DH. All right, 215-592-9494. Where do you come down on that? Harper, Schwarber, who's the Phillies' best hitter? I think it's been going on for the better part of a year. If it was just this season, I would say you're right. Give it time. It'll even out. Harper probably surpasses him. I don't know. I mean, it's been going on since the beginning of last season. I think the best hitter on the team has been Kyle Schwarber, and it's just continued. He has 60. Guys, he's on pace for over 50 home runs. And I understand Kyle's point that Harper's probably going to finish with a better batting average and is well-rounded. You give me 50 home runs. I mean, Bryce Harper's never even hit 40 in a season. I think maybe once he hit 40 in a season when he was a national.
That's kind of my point. Like, we're just now saying that Schwarber's a better hitter than Bryce Harper because he's hitting a lot more home runs. He's always hit more home runs than Bryce. That doesn't change.
I know, but the gap is getting bigger.
I know.
If Schwarber hits in the 50s and Harper hits 28, that's huge.
But that's because Harper's having a bad season. Schwarber's having a better season than Bryce Harper is at the plate right now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call him a better hitter.
I would do that.
Just like I said, Soto. He's not a better hitter than Soto, but he's having a better season than him.
I agree with the way you framed that, but Soto was great last year. Like, if you look at Schwarber and Soto over the last year plus, it's still Soto.